At 70, I never thought I'd be lying awake at night, worrying about where I'm going to live. But here I am, tossing and turning, my mind racing with questions I never expected to face at this stage of my life. My house, once filled with the patter of little feet and the chaos of family life, now feels too big, too quiet. The stairs that I used to bound up without a second thought now leave me winded. And don't get me started on the upkeep, the yard work alone is becoming more than I can handle. But where do I go from here? The thought of leaving my home of 40 years breaks my heart, but staying isn't practical either. I've looked into those retirement communities, but they just don't feel like me. I'm not ready for a rocking chair on a porch, I've still got life to live. Then there's the money worry. On my fixed income, can I even afford to move? Or to stay, for that matter? The property taxes keep going up, and don't even get me started on the cost of healthcare these days. I've toyed with the idea of sharing my home. Maybe I could rent out a room or two. But the thought of strangers in my space makes me uneasy. What if we don't get along? What if they take advantage of me? Recently, my friend Susan mentioned she was thinking of moving too. We joked about buying a big house together, like that show Golden Girls. But could we really do that? How would we even begin to organize something like that? Just when I was feeling completely overwhelmed, my daughter told me about this service she'd heard of, the Golden Housing Facilitator package from the Golden Life community. At first, I was skeptical. What could they possibly offer that I hadn't already thought of? But the more I learned, the more intrigued I became. They don't just help you know your options, but they help you figure out what you really need and want. They asked me questions I hadn't even considered, about my hobbies, my health, my social life. They looked at my finances and helped me understand my options. What really caught my attention was their flexibility. They didn't try to push me into a one-size-fits-all solution. Instead, they presented a range of possibilities. Maybe I could remodel my current home to make it more age-friendly and rent out a portion. Or I could join forces with Susan and a few other women to create our own little community. They even have this thing called GOLDENSpaces, where a group of us could design a shared living space from the ground up. The idea of embarking on a new housing adventure at my age is still a bit daunting. But knowing I've got experts in my corner, guiding me through every step, that's a game changer. They're not just helping me find a house, they're helping me create a home for this next chapter of my life. And the best part? I'm not alone in this. Through their Golden Connections virtual platform, I've met other women in similar situations. We share our innermost secrets with private online meetups and sit in silence in their mud room where we can help each other heal. And to think, this wonderful network of women is also something I can rely on when I create my ideal golden space. So while I still have moments of uncertainty, I'm no longer lying awake at night, paralyzed by fear. Instead, I'm excited about the possibilities. Who knew that at 70, I'd be dreaming up my ideal living space? Life sure has a way of surprising you. To all my golden friends over 55 out there wrestling with these same questions, take heart. There are solutions out there, and people ready to help us navigate this new territory. Our golden years. They're just beginning to shine.